Let's talk about time and money. There's so many lies around time and money, it's ridiculous. In fact, I'm sure you've heard time is money, but actually time is not money at all. Did you wake up this morning looking in your bank account and go, "Huh, I have too much money"? Most likely not. But why not? Let's figure this out. In fact, let's first understand how much money is available in the universe. How much money is available? Is there a limited amount or pretty much an unlimited amount? The US government prints money like crazy. There's pretty much an unlimited amount of cash to be had. So if you make $10 million and the person sitting next to you is making $20 million, it doesn't change the fact that I can make $50 million. There's no pie that where one person takes some, it's less for someone else. There's a real abundance of it. There's no limit. It's limitless. Well, if there's a limitless amount of money, meaning unlimited, why is there a limited amount in our bank accounts? Why don't we have more money than we need? Why are we working so hard to make money? In fact, are there people that come to this country from a third world country, don't have education, don't have the resources, don't even speak the language, just have a small suitcase with a couple things in their pocket, and within 5 years make more money than most of us do in a lifetime? That happens all the time. But why? What separates someone that is born in this country or in a top country and is struggling financially forever? What's the difference? I've heard, belief. I know a lot of people that believe they've watched The Secret 2 million times and I believe I'm going to be rich, but nothing happens. They just have these beliefs, but there's no action behind it. Another one is action. You have to take a lot of action. I know people that bust their ass and they're always in action and are always struggling financially and they're still broke. There's so many things that contribute to success. What is it? It's one word, it's behavior. If you behave a certain way, you're going to get certain results. And unfortunately, we haven't been trained to behave like wealthy individuals. The school system is designed to create sheeple. Go to work, come back, and do what you're supposed to do, and don't take any risks, and pay your taxes. And earned income, if you're having a job, that is the highest taxed group of individuals. And in real estate, as I've discussed in the past, it's actually the lowest tax. You pay a lot less tax, and you have depreciation expenses and other great incentives to buy as much land and property as possible. There's incentives for people to be landowners. So there's a real disconnect with what people want and what their actions actually are. So first, we want to be aware of those things. So understand that money is a result of solving problems. Okay, so there's an unlimited amount of money to be had. There's no limit on how much cash you can have. If you behave a certain way, you're going to get those results. If you behave like a hamburger flipper at Burger King, you're going to be rewarded for solving those problems of a burger flipper, which they can get anywhere. So you're going to be paid a very small amount. If you want to become a lawyer, you're going to be paid a lawyer's salary, which is much higher, or you're going to be able to charge because you went to school, you passed the bar exam, and you're able to solve much more complex problems, so you're able to be paid much more. If you're a general practitioner, a doctor, you're going to get paid a certain amount. If you're a brain surgeon that's focused on taking bullets out of brains, which is a very specialized thing, you're going to be paid much, much, much more. So the more complex problems that you are able to solve, the more money you're going to be able to generate. So if you want to change your financial situation, you have to change the kinds of problems that you're solving, which means you need to do different things or learn different things and take those things into action, because there is no limit to how much money you can make. Now, here's the challenge. Is there a limited amount of time that you can actually put in? So if you're a lawyer, doctor, brain surgeon, whatever that is, I can't work 24 hours a day. And even then, it's only 24 hours. So if I'm charging or billing per hour, which is kind of the marker, right? You're paid this per hour, that per hour, whatever the billable hour is, there's only 24 of them. And there's only so much that you can actually charge. I can't charge $1 million an hour to do anything and do it consistently 24 hours a day. And even then, that's only a limit of 24 of those increments in one day. So there's a challenge with making a lot of money looking at this per hour, which you can't because you're limited to how much time you can put in and how much you can actually charge. So let's talk about real estate for a second. Now, in real estate, I can buy a property that makes $100,000 a year net, and it makes that $100,000 a year every single year all the time because the tenants are paying the bill. The tenants are paying, the bills are being paid, and what's left is $100,000, and that goes into my pocket. And how many of those can I own? Now, if I'm not using any of my own money, I can own as many as I want. So if I want to make $2 million a year, I just need 20 of those. Now, I can't do that today, but I could buy one this month, another one next month, another one next month, and every year my income grows $100,000. I'm sorry, every month my income grows $100,000. Now, I don't know about you, but if you go to your boss and say, hey, I want a $100,000 raise, they're going to be like, you're smoking some wacky tobacco, get the heck out of here. You need to take a personal day. And in this business, you can increase your income by $100,000 very easily. That's $100,000 a year. And there's some opportunities that make $100,000 a month. You just have to learn how to solve those problems, which is what I'm excited to share with you. So do you want to be a sheeple, go to work, come back? Or how do you want to win the game? And I say that because can you win Monopoly by just going around the board and just collecting your paycheck every single time that you go around the board, which is technically your paycheck? If you just collect $200, or whatever your paycheck is, $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, whatever that paycheck is, when you stop going around the board, you're broke. Your income stops. And that's whether you're a burger flipper at McDonald's or you're, taking bullets out of brains. No matter how much you get paid, when you stop working, when you stop going around the board, you stop getting paid. And that's not good. I prefer, no matter what I'm doing on the board, I'm still going to get paid. So can you win Monopoly by just going around the board? Absolutely not. Never going to happen. You have to buy properties as you go around and collect rent as that happens. Now, you don't have to use your own money in order to buy properties. Imagine being able to play Monopoly, but in real life, buying as many properties as you can, never using your own money, and as you're going around the board, you're building up your wealth and making as much money as you want. And that's really the magic of what I would love to empower you with, to be able to buy whatever you want, however many assets that you want, that make as much money as you want over time. It's not an overnight thing. There's got to be effort, work, and work on yourself. You have to learn things to solve the bigger problems to get paid the bigger amounts of money. Buying a small property has a different set of problems than buying a $100 million asset. Totally different series of problems that you have to learn how to deal with. And it can be fun. Problems don't have to be a problem. In fact, problems are opportunities, which is going to be another episode altogether, because problems are actually where the opportunity lies. Because the bigger the problem, the better the opportunity, meaning the more the profit is there. And I know that we've been trained to avoid problems, but actually it's the opposite. If you go towards them, you make a lot more money. So, how much money is available in the universe? That's right, an unlimited amount. And if you want to tap into the unlimited amount, it's not by going around the board and collecting one paycheck every time you pass go and just sitting on your hands and waiting for time to pass. We're going to get into time in a second. It's by buying assets that can actually take care of you. So as you're going around the board, as you're going through life, as you're doing the things that you enjoy doing, there's something that's taking care of you and your family. Let's talk about time for a second. Now, I'm pretty sure that you've heard time is money, and time has nothing to do with money. Money is an unlimited resource, and time is a very limited resource. In fact, if you just look at the last 5 years, how quickly has the time gone? I can't believe my kids are already almost done college. It seems like yesterday that I was still struggling financially. Now, it's been a long journey of 20 years. I've kept very busy during that period of time, and I've learned and I've worked very hard on myself to grow as much as I can, learn as much as I can, give back as much as I can, give as much value as possible to everyone around me, because that's really the name of the game, giving everyone so much value that they appreciate you and value you and want you in their life. I want 1 million people at my funeral, and guess what? You're invited. So anyway, money is money and time is time. But wealthy people have tricked you by saying time is money. So they have all the time in the world to go on their yachts and fly in their jets and go to parties and play golf and have all the time that they want, while you work hard mortgaging your time so you can get a small paycheck and living in fear of losing that paycheck, or having this mindset that money is a limited resource, when in fact it's an unlimited resource. Wealthy people want to make money on their money. In fact, wealthy people don't work hard for money. They have their money work hard for them. And we're going to use wealthy people's money, give them a good rate of return to buy assets so we can make money as well. That's how we get wealthy, by using other people's money. And I want you to do the exact same thing. If this is something that you want to do, if you like making money using other people's money, then keep listening. If you want to work hard for a living and just keep going around the Monopoly board, always collecting the meager paycheck, then you go ahead and do that, and we'll see how that works out for you in the very long term. So understand that we're not getting any younger. Time is passing. We can never get the time back. You could lose $10,000, $5,000, $100,000, or even $1 million today, but always make it up in the future. Money can always be made. Time is always going to be spent and gone and can never be gotten back. So understand that using your time wisely, folding time, getting to what you need to know as quickly as possible is more important than money. Money can always be made back. There's an unlimited amount of it, and I'd love to share with you how to make more in the next few years than you ever have in a lifetime, just by applying the technology, the tools, the resources, the mindset that I've worked very hard to put together so you can apply it and see results as quickly as possible. Hopefully, this was a great episode for you.